Hello and welcome back to my sewing corner. If you're new here, you're very much welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and please do not forget to click on that red subscribe button. It's actually free. Okay, this will enable you get notifications every time I upload a new video. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing us how to make a cowl kaftan dress. This video is proudly sponsored by our Facebook page, Amazing Sewing Corner. And what we do there, we upload sewing tutorial videos, and we also sell sewing tools and kits, sewing machines as well. And we ship to states in Nigeria. So if you need any of those things at affordable prices, trust me, you can't even find these prices in the market right now. They're actually very, very affordable. And come to think of it, if all you have to do is just to click on it online, pay, and then you get to your doorstep, why wouldn't you just buy it and stress yourself going about the market? We've done that stress for you. All right, so all you have to do is just to check. You can select anyone you want and then make your order, pay for it, choose if you want to be delivered to your doorsteps or if you want to pick it up at our pickup stations. You have both options, so you can select anyone that is convenient for you, and you have your sewing tools, kits, and machines delivered to your doorsteps. One way you can support this channel is to also patronize us, because that way we can sponsor more free videos. Patronize us and you won't regret it. Okay, this tutorial, like I said, I'm going to be making a cowl kaftan dress, but I'm going to be making it for a short dress. Okay, but I'm going to be showing you how to make it for a long dress. All right, so I recommend that you use a fabric that has stretch. Okay, and that's because of the base of this style. The dress is straight at the base. Okay, you don't want to sew a dress that you won't be able to walk properly, so you need a stretching material. But if you don't have a stretching material, you can use a non-stretching material, but you're going to give it enough allowances for ease of movement. Okay, so that's just the alternative to that. So this is poly material. I have poly material here, and I have about 2.5 yards here. They usually come in by 60. Okay, so that is why I can still manage 2.5 yards for my size, and also because the fullness won't be too much. So here I have 4 layers of fabric. Okay, so I have 1, 2, this folded, and then 3, 4. I have 4 layers, and I have 26 inches on fold. All right, I hope you can see that I have 26 inches on fold. So first thing first, you take your shoulder line, your shoulder width. We don't need the shoulder width for cutting, but we need it to take some measurements. So just follow as we go on. Okay, so because I want to make it as simple and as basic as possible, so that anybody who picks up who find this video will see it, will find it useful. Alright, so first thing I want to mark my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 inches. So 16 inches divided by 2, that's 8 inches. So I'm going to mark the 8 inches from the center. Alright, you mark your shoulder line. So from that shoulder line, you're going to mark your sleeve length. Okay, so if you're making it for a 3/4 sleeve, you mark your 3/4, you measure your 3/4 sleeve length. If you're making it for a long sleeve, you also measure your long sleeve length from this your shoulder line. So my 3/4 length is 16 inches. So I'm going to place my tape plus 1 inch hemming allowance, that's 17 inches. Actually, the one on the picture has a band. Okay, so I don't know if this my cut out fabric will be enough for the band, because I'm still going to attach a band to the base of this dress, as the length will not do for my short gown length. So if I have extra from this, I might put a band there. So what that means is that if you're going to put a band, just add ½ inch, okay, to your normal sleeve length. So I will still add the 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to add 1 inch, so just in case I don't have to be looking for fabric, I can cut out the ½ inch instead. So I'm going to measure what? 17 inches. So that's 17 inches over there. So from that 17 inches, you're going to measure 2 inches for your shoulder slope. All right, this is a 3/4 sleeve together with your bodice. So the longer the length, the more your shoulder slope. If you are making for a long sleeve, you come down by 2.5 inches, and that is going to take effect on your sleeve opening. Okay, your round sleeve. So because by the time you take your chest line, you're going to measure your chest line from the top here and not from this shoulder slope. Mark 2 inches, and I'll connect the 2 inches from that base here, 2 inches here, to my neck width. So the neck width I'm using is 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. So if you want to put a button at the back, just separate the front and back piece and put your button. But I'm not going to put in a button here because I'm working with a stretching material, so I don't really need that. So this neck width that I just measured, you're going to connect the 2 inches from that shoulder slope to your neck width, not the shoulder line. Please take note, to your neck width. What I needed the shoulder line for is for the length of the sleeve. Then next, I'm going to take my neck depth. So I'm working with 3 inches for the neck depth. Okay. So, and I'll connect the neck depth, okay, to make my neck line, connect it to my neck width to form my neckline. Alright. So, and I've connected the shoulder slope. So if you're not working with a stretching material, please go ahead, measure 1/2 inch for your starting line so that you don't have shortage. Alright. So now what I'm going to do next is to take my chest line, but I'm going to measure in towards that side, and that's because that is where we will need the chest line for the armhole or the sleeve opening. So my chest line is 10 inches, and your chest line is just a round armhole divided by 2. So from the top of my fabric here, I'm going to measure the 10 inches. 10 inches, alright? So that's my 10 inches. So what I'm going to do next is to take my vertical measurements, and what I need, the measurement I need here is just my knee length. So here you determine where you want your cowl to stop. If you want to stop on your hips, just take your shoulders to hips measurement. But I want it to stop at around the knee. As you can see in the picture, it stopped at around the knee length. So I'm going to measure the knee measure. I'm going to take the knee measurement, and for me it's 38 inches. My short gown length is actually 45, okay, but because I'm still going to, the fabric won't do, that's why you can see that I have about 41.5 there. So I'm going to be increasing this, adding this band, this fabric here to the length, because that one won't do. Alright, so I'm just going to add it as a band to the base of my dress. Okay, so at this knee length here, you're going to take your hips measurement. Alright, you're going to take your hips measurement because you want to have ease of movement. Okay, so unlike the 6-piece skirt that you subtract from your hip line to shape it, no, in this case you're not going to do that because the base of the skirt is actually straight and not an heel line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hip measurement divided by 4, and that's 14 inches. 14 inches. So you can decide to add allowance for ease. If you're working with a not stretchy fabric, please add like 2, 3, 4 inches to it. Okay, depending on how you want it to, how free you want it to be. So I'm just going to give it 2 inches. So that 2 inches, you're going to measure it to the base of your skirt. So what I'm going to do now is to extend this line. Okay, I believe you can all see, I hope so. And I'm going to connect this 2 inches down to the base of my dress. Okay, so what this means is that my band will I only need from this center here to this point for my band. So all that side I don't need it for the band. Okay, so what we're going to do next is to connect this point here, this one, to remember the chest line I took here. I'm going to connect it from here in a curved way. Okay, so you can decide to make it in a straight way, but I like it being curved. It adds to the style, to the beauty. So I'm just going to connect it for us to see. I've connected it to this my shoulder measurement. Okay, so once you're done with that, we're just going to cut it. That is all we need for the kaftan. So I'm just going to cut everything out for us to see. Okay, so you can see what is looking like. See the base and then the top of the dress. So right now I'm going to slit down my chest line open. Just a little bit. By that allowance you have given it, okay? Just slit it open and connect it back to the cowl. Alright, so that's all you need for this. So what I'm going to do next is to cut the band for the base of this my dress. I believe you can all see it. So I'm just going to cut the band. So if you're making it for a long gown, all you need to do is just take your this straight line, this point to the base of your to the length of your gown, okay? That's all you need. All I'm going to do is to just put it this way and attach it to the length, okay? So this is what I have. Obviously it's not going to do for it's not going to be enough for the sleeve. Alright, now that I've cut the facing for both the front and the back, I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and sew the neckline, turn it with this facing, join the shoulder line, join the base of my band, okay? The band to the base of the dress, and I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alright, I've joined the band to the base of my dress, and I've also turned the neckline. I've joined the shoulder, as you can see. So I'm going to flip it over to the wrong side and just finish what we have to do, okay? My round sleeve at the 3/4 length is 13 inches, that's 6.5. So I'm just going to measure the 6.5 from this joining, okay? You can see now. So I'm going to sew on that, and then I'm going to sew on 1/2 inch round this curve to the base of my dress, okay? To the base of my dress. The same thing I'll do at the other side, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So guys, our dress is ready. I'm just going to flip it to the right side now for us to see. So this is what it looks like from the right side. Alright guys, so as you can see, I found 2 pieces, okay, of this my fabric leftover, alright, and I'm going to be using it for the band of the sleeve. So I was able to cut out the band height of 5 inches, okay? So that means by the time I fold and I sew on 1/2 inch, I'm going to have, or maybe 1/4 inch, I'm going to be left with 2 inches or 1/3. Already I've folded it because I didn't know I was going to even get this at all. It just struck me later that, okay, I could even use this. So you can see I've already attached the band to the sleeve. Alright, so I had to actually cut out that first one because I didn't want the length to increase, because this band is about 2 inches. So I had to cut it out entirely and then I attached it. So if you want, you can decide to make a band, okay, that you can tie around your waist or your underbust, just to give it more fitting. But also, if you want to rock it this way, you can decide to rock it this way. So that's it guys, let's meet in the next one. All right.